Hello everyone, this is Soumya and you're watching the Global Tales. Welcome back to my channel and today I'm up with a new video. This is an intermittent fasting breakfast recipes. Here I'm sharing 5 breakfast recipes that are really tasty and healthy. Even if you're not following intermittent fasting, you can go and try these recipes out because they're really tasty and healthy at the very same time. So yes, let's begin with the first recipe. For this you need some rolled oats, apple, chopped and 1 glass of milk. Take 1 chopped apple and add about pinch of cinnamon. After that, leave it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Mix it well and let the apples get softened enough so that they can get blended well enough in the oats that we are going to put next. After that, you add about 1 glass of milk. You can use coconut milk, almond milk if you are lactose intolerant or suffering from PCOS or PCOD. After that, 1 cup of rolled oats. These are the normal oats that you can get from the market without any flavor, and mix it well enough. It will take about 2 to 3 minutes and your instant apple cinnamon oats will be ready. Apple and cinnamon when blended together gives out an amazing flavor. It actually boosts the flavors of apple when it is blended with cinnamon. So yes, because of its anti-inflammatory property, it's really very healthy. Along with it, when we are adding oats, it's highly fibrous, will give you enough fiber to sustain throughout the day, will make your digestion better and you boost your metabolism. So yes, it's very easy to make recipe as well. It takes hardly 5 to 10 minutes to cook this recipe. So yes, it's ready to eat. You can add a tablespoon of vanilla essence for taste if you want. We are not using any sugar because apple inherently has its natural sugar. So yes, your apple cinnamon oats is ready. Now for the next recipe, you will need some rolled oats and some Kellogg's cornflakes. So the reason we are using Kellogg's cornflakes is because we are not using any external sugar. The Kellogg's cornflakes already have some sugar in it. We are going to blend these together and make a flour out of it. So it's gluten free. We are not using any wheat flour or we are not using maida. We are making it gluten free. The oats and Kellogg's cornflakes flour well blended together. After that, we are going to add about 1 cup of milk. Again, you can use almond milk, coconut milk or normal milk according to your preference. Then whisk it and mix it all together to make the batter for the pancakes. Yes, we are making these amazing gluten-free and very tasty pancakes. I can assure you that this is one of my favorite recipes. Blend it all together, and now without any butter or ghee, you don't need it, just use a non-stick pan. It has some amazing fragrance. You can add vanilla essence for taste. It is again according to your choice and preference. Let the pancake cook and flip the sides and let it cook from both the sides as well. The color of the pancake would be slight darker than usual because we are not using maida. We are using the Kellogg's flakes and oats, so it would be slightly darker than usual. Then for topping, and we are using some banana. Also topping it with some chocolate syrup, but this is optional. I would like to have it with my chocolate syrup, but this is again your choice because yes, definitely chocolate has some sugar. But because this is the first meal of my day, I prefer to have it tasty, delicious. So I prefer to have a dark chocolate syrup. Again, dark chocolate's really good for your heart. And then we are going to top it with some bananas and almonds. I can assure you that this is one of the tastiest breakfast that you can ever have. Try this for yourself and it's really very healthy at the very same time. Low in calorie, highly fibrous and very good for your digestion. and metabolism. Next up is this amazing fusilli pasta. I am a pasta lover and it can be highly tasty and delicious at the very same time. So this is something that you can get from Amazon or any local grocery shop. This is fusilli pasta made out of ragi flour and very healthy and very fibrous for your body. Now we are taking about 1 tablespoon of olive oil and frying these vegetables in it. I am keeping the vegetable little crunchy because it gives an added flavor to the pasta. So yes, all the vegetables little less cooked than usual. I'm using carrot, onions, garlic, green chili, all possible vegetables because this is a very great source of eating vegetables in a tastier manner. Then we are going to add some seasoning herein. Some salt, some oregano, some garlic powder. All these seasonings are available in market. It actually gives food a little added flavor. Then 1 tablespoon of tomato puree. Mix it well together and your gravy for pasta would be ready. Let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. And after that we are going to add about 1 cup of water so that all the gravy gets easily absorbed in our fusilli pasta. You can make it as tasty as possible for yourself without adding anything that's unhealthy. So when we talk about pasta or pizza, the first thing that comes to our mind that it's a junk food and we actually want to eat it, but we are guilty after having it. But when you try this recipe out, this will make you feel full. This will make you feel that you are having something tasty and at the very same time it's very healthy. From the time my family has started taking this fusilli pasta, they don't remember having maida pasta or they cannot differentiate. So yes, healthy food can be tasty enough and you can enjoy your meal because food is meant to be enjoyed. And yes, you can enjoy it at the very same time keeping it as healthy, as low in fat as possible. Now for the next recipe, we are going in for some chili toast. So yes, again this is a very healthy version and a very tasty recipe. This is one of my favorites again in breakfast. We are using 1 tablespoon of olive oil for its topping and again frying all the vegetables in it. All the vegetables possible like tomatoes, capsicum, onions, carrots, all these vegetables are really very tasty with these kind of dishes. Mix it all together and this time we are going to little overcook the vegetables. The reason is we are making a topping for a toast, so we have to blend it well together. So we are going to cook these vegetables a little more than usual and mix them all together. Now again we are going to add some seasonings for extra flavor. Some salt, some pepper, some oregano. All of these seasonings are optional and you can actually add it according to your taste. Everyone has a different taste. I like to have my food really spicy, so I add black pepper, red chili, a lot of it. So you can actually have it according to yourself and make it as tasty as possible. And mix it well together. After that I'm going to add some tomato ketchup. Now this is again optional, you can add your regular tomato puree as well. Tomato ketchup is having little calories, so definitely you can avoid it if you want. After that, just toast two brown breads or multigrain breads. Now again, these two breads should be multigrain or brown bread, because I don't prefer going for maida. Maida is really unhealthy and is not easily digestible by your body. So definitely go with brown bread or multigrain bread. Here I'm taking brown bread. And now the secret ingredient of this recipe that will make this recipe really tasty is curd or matha. Just mix it well together to make it consistent to be applied on the toast, and this will give this toast an extra flavor that you want. And you need not to use any kind of cheese, mayonnaise or anything, just this curd, and it will make this toast really very tasty. After that, the mixture that we have made for this toast, we are going to apply it all over, and we are going to garnish it with some coriander leaves and some green chili. Now your chili toast would be ready. This is really very tasty and yummy. I can assure you that this will be one of the best recipes that you can have in your breakfast. Very tasty, and everyone in the family is going to love it, because my family loves it, and no one knows that this is really healthy and tasty at very same time. So yes, try this for yourself. Next up is again a very tasty and a very quick recipe. These are boiled and chopped potatoes that we are actually just tossing in 1 tablespoon of oil. Not even 1 tablespoon, you can take about 3/4 tablespoon of oil. Add little chaat masala and salt. We're also using some jeera powder and mixing it well together. Just a little saute so that all this masala sticks over the potatoes and the flavor comes out really well. This is one of the quickest and the really healthy recipes to have, and they give you a lot of energy because they are healthy carbs. Now some of you might think that potatoes are not healthy. Potatoes are really healthy because they give you a good amount of carbs and fats that is required by your body. Anything becomes unhealthy when you process it more and more. Now when the potato is boiled, it is really very healthy, but when you deep fry it, then it becomes really unhealthy. So yes, when you are having these boiled potatoes and sauteing it with these kind of masala, it becomes really healthy and will give you ample amount of energy to sustain throughout the day. So yes, this is one of the most tastiest chaat recipes that you can have. Just garnish it with lemon and coriander and you are ready to go. So yes, that was about today's video. These were 5 amazing recipes that you can try it for yourself. They're really very healthy and tasty at the same time. Try it for yourself. Let me know. Share your pictures after making it, and I love you all. Bye bye. Stay fit, stay happy, take care of yourself. I love you all. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon along to never miss any update. Bye bye. Love you all.